welcome to Asian Pulse Television. I'm your host, Brianna Prasad, and thank you for tuning in to your informative educational network. We are broadcasting from the unceded territory of Semiahmoo, Katzie, Kwalton, and Musqueam Nation. We are grateful for the first people of this land for sharing their beautiful space with the rest of us. I'll be right back after these words from our sponsors. Thank you, sponsors.
क्या आप अपना ड्रीम होम खरीदना चाहते हो या अपने घर से पैसे निकालकर अपने किचन या अपने घर को रेनोवेट करना चाहते हो लेकिन बैंक्स ने आपको मना कर दिया है? मैं एक इंडिपेंडेंट मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर हूं जो कई बैंक्स और क्रेडिट यूनियंस और प्राइवेट लेंडर्स के साथ काम करता हूं।
For more information, please call Vic Prasad at 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is one of the top brokers of Invis Craft Mortgages and is also a member of the Canadian Mortgage Brokers Association of BC.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005.
If you would like to be our sponsor and provide sponsorship in any segment of this show, get in touch with Camilla by calling the number 604-537-5123. Long weekend is just around the corner. With that, our city is packed with people traveling from everywhere to celebrate the Pride Parade in Vancouver, which is taking place August 4th from 12 until 4 p.m. in downtown Vancouver. Many streets will be closed. This is a free event. Let's all go and show our solidarity. Our guest today is Anita Huberman, Executive Director of Surrey Board of Trade. Let's hear her.
Hello and welcome to Asian Pulse. My guest today is Anita Huberman, and she is the Executive Director of Surrey Board of Trade. She has been with Surrey Board of Trade for last 31 years. And she's in our studio and she's our guest to talk about Surrey Board of Trade, where it was when she got started, when she got into this, and where is it today. So welcome, Anita.
Thanks for having me.
Just talk a little bit about yourself. What made you join Surrey Board of Trade?
Well, I joined initially as a summer student.
Oh.
So I needed a way to pay for my tuition at Simon Fraser University. And I applied for a job. I saw a job posting at SFU and applied for a tourism information counselor position when the Board of Trade, then known as the Chamber of Commerce of Surrey, was managing tourism. And I got the job, and I worked a summer, and they liked me so much, they hired me to work 1 day a week, and then I returned every summer thereafter to finish my degree. And I just loved the real work experience combined with my educational activities that I had at SFU. It was just a great blend and a great foundation for a young person. So that's how I started my journey at the Surrey Board of Trade, and that was 1992. And I applied for the top job when I was 32 years old. I graduated university. I did a little bit of a stint at the Royal Bank for a year as a management trainee program in their customer service division. And but then I went back to the Board of Trade and worked my way up. And it was unheard of for a South Asian woman, for a young female, to apply for the top job. And they made me go through 4 interviews. And I got the job, and I was the first South Asian female of a Chamber Board of Trade in Canada. There's 430 of us in the country. And but I had to really prove myself. No one really knew the Board of Trade Chamber in 1997 when I first started full-time. But when I first started as president in 2007, we had really poor brand awareness. No one really knew what we did. And I really had to build the service portfolio, build the enthusiasm for the team. And it's not only me, it's the whole team behind me, my staff, that, really ensure that we are doing what we can to support our economic development activities for Surrey, and that we're supporting our members and the business community at large.
Are you on the same location then, 104, when you first started, or did you move?
Well, when I first started, when I
Yes.
was 19, we were in the old Guildford Library building
Okay.
near Guildford Mall. We were in this small little tiny office. In fact, we didn't even have a kitchen. We were doing the dishes in the men's bathroom.
Oh.
It was gross. And in 1998,
Yeah.
we built our own building on 104th Avenue,
Yes.
144th Street.
Yeah.
And we've been in that building and still have that building. And then recently, at the end of June, we opened our second location in Surrey's Health and Technology District. We did a partnership arrangement with Western Community College,
Okay.
a private educational institution, and together we're working on making Surrey a tech destination by blending workforce development, skills training, but also incubating different technology projects.
Oh my goodness. Hard to sit here and talk with you as a young woman, 19 years old, and started with Surrey's Board of Trade, and you represent most of the businesses in there. Right now it's over, is it safe to say over 6,000 business are members of Surrey Board of Trade? Or
So we have 6,000 member contacts
Yes.
within the Board of Trade. That represents about 3,600 businesses.
Okay.
We're one of the top 5 largest chambers of commerce, boards of trades in the country.
in Canada?
In Canada. So
Yes.
that gives us great influence. And as you know,
Yeah.
Surrey is going to be the largest city in British Columbia.
Right.
So, we have our membership base, but we also are working for all of Surrey, whether they're residents or businesses.
While you are sitting and thinking about it, we are going backward, not forward, not thinking about future right now. Just highlight some of the projects that you have seen Surrey grew into. Because like I say, that 31 or 29 years, long time. There were hardly, I remember when I first moved to Vancouver, Surrey was nothing. There was just one straight road, one going, one coming, and very few businesses, and the homes, they were all kind of bushes or green belt, right? But how fast this Surrey has grown, still growing.
Yes. Well, you can fit the cities of Vancouver, Richmond, Burnaby into the geographic limits of Surrey. And I've always said, and I've built the brand of the organization,
Yes.
which I'm very proud of,
Yeah.
and really aligned it with the fact that Surrey is an opportunity city for a diverse industry base. Really, our whole advocacy portfolio has grown under my leadership.
Yes.
Of course, I have a team that helps me with that.
Yeah.
But the vision, connecting the dots, ensuring we're visible at any given time on the specific issues facing us locally, regionally, provincially, nationally, even internationally, has been at the core of my success.
Yeah.
Secondly, is really ensuring that Surrey is front and center on the international trade stage. Even this past year, going on trade missions that were business focused to Mexico,
Yeah.
Taiwan, to Ireland. Before the pandemic, we made sure that our trade missions were always business focused and that we're elevating the profile, partnerships, and linkages for both incoming and outgoing trade missions and delegations. So I'm very proud of our trade center that we've built, and it has the opportunity to grow into our second space. And the third piece is really related to workforce development. We all know that all businesses are facing severe labor skill shortages.
Yeah.
Our work on the first workforce development strategy up until 2030 with the BC government has been leadership oriented. It was us that did it. and many of the action items have been completed. More has to, really move forward. But it really is a journey when it comes to ensuring, for example, for our manufacturing sector, our construction and development sector, our health and technology sector, in order to make sure that they grow, they need the skilled labor to support that growth. And we need to drill down in our partnerships with youth, with the Surrey School District, which I'm very proud of. So, really at a high level, those are the top three things that I'm very, very proud of.
Yeah.
There's much more than that, but, check us out at businessinsurrey.com. You will see the flavor of our professionalism that we have built over my tenure as president of 18 years. And, the last thing I want to say is that my role was to speak the truth.
Yes.
Even when it was uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And even when people didn't agree.
Yes.
And it always came from an economic lens.
Yeah.
And some people may not agree with that, but that's how I was able to deliver the message that, this is going to cost money, or we need a comprehensive tax review. This is why you need to focus on these social issues, which are economic issues, such as housing, education, and childcare. And so many people said to me in 2007, at every level of government, why are you focused on childcare, housing, and education? These are not economic issues. Well, we know now that they really are.
Without that, people can go leave the kids home to go find employment or go to job.
Yes, especially women.
Especially women, yeah. Men are okay, they're always gonna go because it's women's sort of responsibility to take care of the children. And if you don't have a proper daycare, $10 daycare, because I was talking to somebody and they said, can you tell me which of the daycares take $10 daycare? And I said, she said, I tried. I ran out of resources. Nobody
really knows.
Yeah. And same thing with the dental plan that the federal government has for seniors. Very few of the dentists are taking people to go and have their teeth done. So we are very good in making announcement and ribbon cutting ceremonies and things like that. But actually when you go to feel like nothing is very clear.
True, and it is a journey, all of these monumental shifts in economic policy.
And it takes time, maybe we understand that, but I think at the same time, somebody should know what's going on.
Exactly, I agree.
Yeah, it might take time, but I think we have to be honest. I know you are a big advocate, and I'm going to bring some politics in here, of keeping the RCMP in Surrey. And I think you are looking, the lens that you're using to see that you don't want more taxes that the people that live in Surrey to pay. Because if you have something, why disturb that? Why get rid of that? If something is working, let that be. Instead of bringing a new SPS or whatever, which nobody knows how much money is going to be costing to the taxpayers of Surrey.
So a couple of things on that is, number one, is there's no evidence that crime will be reduced with the new police force. What we need is a holistic wraparound support system to support those with individualized mental health needs, addiction services, supports for our youth. Any police force that comes in is going to need those wraparound supports. A new police force is not going to have there's no evidence that they're going to reduce gang activity or shootings or anything like that. The second thing is, I said to the BC government when this whole thing started that it's going to cost the BC government money, and as a result, the taxpayer. No response. Ambivalence. Really, no, it's not going to cost us money. So denial. And so today, we are seeing the absolute opposite. We're going to give the city of Surrey this much money. And we're going to continue giving them money
for next
until the new police transition is in place. Where is this money coming from?
As a taxpayer.
What other local government decisions around infrastructure that we so desperately need? Look at our performing arts spaces
yeah.
to support our multicultural communities.
Yeah.
We don't have any of that that enhance the livability of our city. So what projects are going to be sidelined as a result of this major public safety infrastructure? And thirdly, if you don't think your taxes as a resident and businesses are going to increase, watch your tax bill.
Yeah.
And it's already increased in each of the past 5 years as we build up for this new police force. And I fear for the future.
Yeah, of the people.
Yes.
How much taxes, and same thing applies with the hospitals in here.
Oh.
Look at the population. Over 600,000 people will be as big as Vancouver
Yes.
very soon. We still have one hospital.
Yes.
And the wait list for ER is 10 to 12 hours.
Our healthcare system is absolutely unacceptable. And
It's crumbling down. I
Yes.
don't know. People are just making announcements. But I mean, the election is coming in next 3 months now.
in October.
Yeah, on October 19th, yes.
So I just want to tell you that for a population of our size, we need way more hospitals
Yes.
that support all healthcare needs.
Yeah.
Even the second hospital is not going to serve those that have cardiac issues, specialized pediatric issues. Yes, it's going to have a state-of-the-art cancer care clinic. We need that in Surrey and in the South Fraser Economic Region. But we need way more than that. We have the greatest number of babies
Yes,
that
born
are
in here.
born within British Columbia.
Yeah.
If you have a heart attack, you cannot have your surgery in Surrey. You have to move from an ambulance to Royal Columbian. Every single minute, every second matters in the continuum of healthcare.
Yeah.
My mom had a heart attack 2 years ago. She was transferred from Surrey to Royal Columbian for her surgery. Imagine if her ambulance was stuck in traffic, if there was a snowfall and she was stuck in traffic, or if there was an accident. That surgery could not be performed
Yes.
in an ambulance.
Yep.
She would have been severely compromised.
Yeah.
But thank God, you know,
Yes.
everything went well. The continuum of care was great from Royal Columbian back to Surrey Hospital.
Yeah.
But that situation is unacceptable. And, we're actually looking at exploring privatized healthcare options
Yes.
within British Columbia. And I think it's really important that we do that. It works in Europe. It works in other parts of the world. Why can't people have choice?
Well, that's true. There are people, they have money, they can pay. They don't want to be on the waiting list. So that will take out of the queue that people cannot pay and they would be able to go to the hospitals and have that care. I don't know. I don't know what is the fear, why they don't let it happen.
I don't know either.
And look at Patello Bridge.
Oh.
There's another story about Patello Bridge, and they said it's going to be ready another next 2 years. And if there is an accident, because I travel on Patello Bridge all the time, you are stuck. You are stuck either this side or that side of Patello. And
Yes.
because that's the only way to go to Royal Columbian, I'm just thinking about the healthcare, like you say. If there was accident or something, your mom wouldn't have been able to make it on time.
And
for
our,
surgery.
and our transportation
Yeah.
infrastructure has not kept up to pace
Yeah.
with our population growth.
Yeah.
And they're replacing a 4-lane bridge with another 4-lane bridge with the capacity to expand, but they should expand it on day one.
Yes.
And they should work with the city of New Westminster to be able to allow for additional traffic flow.
Yeah.
I mean, our population growth is still at 1,200 to 1,500 people a month.
Moving to
And
Surrey.
moving. And imagine those
And
people.
the younger families, and
Yes.
when we talk about that, we talk about daycare and the schools in here.
Education.
Yes.
Also.
The portables, more portables are coming along instead of
The
construction.
quality of
Yeah.
our education
Yeah.
is severely compromised when you're educating your kids
Yeah.
in a portable.
And I think the election is coming, and people that are thinking what we are talking about, think it wide. Go to the forums that they have. Ask the question, what have they doing and what are they going to do?
Exactly.
Before you put tick, right?
Yes. So the Surrey Board of Trade is hosting an all-candidates forum
Okay.
on October 2nd at the Sheraton Hotel.
Okay.
And so, we encourage everyone to attend those all-candidate forums.
Yeah.
They're in other parts of the city, but more importantly, to also vote.
Yes.
We need more voter turnout.
Yeah.
This is your democratic right. And to
Yeah.
your viewers,
Yeah.
I hope that you vote in this provincial election and next year
Yeah.
in the federal election.
Yes, yeah, those are very, very important. And or else you'll be stuck with another 4 years with the same government.
I mean, if you're happy with the current government,
Well,
but regardless, you exercise
Yeah,
your
yeah.
democratic right to vote.
Yeah. And the last question I was gonna say to you or put it out to you, that you have been to Surrey Board of Trade for 31 years. For last, how many, 18 years as a president and CEO. And I hear that you have something else happening. You are just about to wrap up here and move on to the
My new chapter.
a new chapter in life. So, are you still gonna be around, or are you moving? What's going on?
Well, my last day is August 30th,
Okay.
and my farewell celebration,
Is
as you
it?
know, is August 22nd in the evening. But, I'm 51 years old. I've been with the Surrey Board of Trade for 31 years, and
Yeah.
sometimes you just know it's time to move on.
Yeah.
What the next chapter is, I'm exploring different options. And, just making sure it's right for me and for my heart and for my
Yeah.
soul.
And sometimes you need to leave that space and let somebody else take over where you left off.
Yes,
You know,
and the Surrey
and-
Board of Trade is in a great place.
Yes.
And whoever takes over, has an amazing foundation, and they will grow it, I hope, from
Yeah,
there.
of course, of
Yes.
course. Because if they're working with you and following your footsteps, of course, it's gonna go. But I just wanted to talk to you, your viewers, and your commitment to Surrey Board of Trade and the work that you have brought to Surrey Board of Trade where nobody knew and where it is right now. And as you all know, Surrey is the fastest growing municipality in Canada, and we need a strong leadership to move it to the next level. So congratulations to you, and you even don't know where you're going, but especially me, I'll be following you around to see where you go, and thank you for doing this work for the community and be a voice of Surrey.
It's my honor and my privilege, and thank you for having me on your show.
Pleasure is always mine. Thank you, Anita.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anita.
क्या आप अपना ड्रीम होम खरीदना चाहते हो या अपने घर से पैसे निकालकर अपने किचन या अपने घर को रेनोवेट करना चाहते हो, लेकिन बैंक्स ने आपको मना कर दिया है? मैं एक इंडिपेंडेंट मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर हूं जो कई बैंक्स और क्रेडिट यूनियंस और प्राइवेट लेंडर्स के साथ काम करता हूं।
For more information, please call Vic Prasad at 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is one of the top brokers of Invis Craft Mortgages and is also a member of the Canadian Mortgage Brokers Association of BC.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005.
Please have your pen and paper ready to jot down the numbers of any events you would like to participate in. Angel Music Productions is bringing another mega show on August 4th in Punjab Banquet Hall in Surrey. There'll be entertainers from 6 different countries which you haven't witnessed before. Get your tickets now by calling Mike Singh Promoter at 604-818-9405. Bula Rugby Tournament is taking place in Delta on August 17th and 18th. There'll be over 25 rugby teams from all over Canada participating at this tournament. For sponsorship and more information, please call Sela at 778-713-2418. Anime Revolution will be rocking the streets of Vancouver from August 9th until 11th at Vancouver Convention Centre. Anime is a Japanese cultural exhibit and showcases featuring Japanese cosplay and expositions. For tickets and more information, please visit the website www.animecoms.com. The 13th annual Missouri Begum Festival is taking place on September 28th at 6 p.m. at the Macy Theater in New Westminster. For tickets and more information, please call 604-521-5050. If you're organizing any events in your community and want for us to promote it for you, please email us at asianpulse@gmail.com. We run out of time for now, and I hope you've enjoyed the show as much as I enjoy bringing it to you. If you ever miss our shows, you can tune in on Shaw Cable every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m., Thursdays at 8:30 p.m., and Saturdays at 5:30 p.m. All of our shows are also broadcasted in Calgary on Channel 10 on Shaw Cable Network, and as well get uploaded to our YouTube channel under Camilla Singh Shows. Before I leave, I'll leave you with these thoughts. Life is not about being rich, being popular, being highly educated, or being perfect. It's about being real, being humble, and being kind. It's hot out there. Keep yourself hydrated and keep an eye on people who are elderly, babies, and pets. Best way to cool down is to drink as much water as you can. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we look forward to seeing you next week at the same channel at the same time. I'm your host, Brianna. Bye for now.
क्या आप अपना ड्रीम होम खरीदना चाहते हो या अपने घर से पैसे निकालकर अपने किचन या अपने घर को रेनोवेट करना चाहते हो, लेकिन बैंक्स ने आपको मना कर दिया है? मैं एक इंडिपेंडेंट मॉर्गेज ब्रोकर हूं जो कई बैंक्स और क्रेडिट यूनियंस और प्राइवेट लेंडर्स के साथ काम करता हूं।
For more information, please call Vic Prasad at 604-306-6647. Vic Prasad is one of the top brokers of Invis Craft Mortgages and is also a member of the Canadian Mortgage Brokers Association of BC.
For any kind of visa-related services, contact Milky Way Immigration, a galaxy of opportunities located at Unit 209-9547 152 Street, Surrey, BC. They have licensed immigration consultants, placement officers, and LMIA experts to meet your immigration and recruitment needs. Book one-time free consultation either on Facebook or by calling 604-396-0005.